This is not a crazy essay video. I'm doing this because I'm getting burnt out from the Red Dead Redemption video, but it is being made. Here is a review. Dianetics. Diabetes. No, okay. Review over. I don't know how this started. I was watching The Conjuring, The Last Rites with Tristan on a crack site, and we got too scared, so we just have like Kevin McClade playing in the background during scary scenes. The film was great. Classic Conjuring. And I was sort of just searching around the crack site when I saw this, the Holy Grail. Supergator versus Dinocroc. I clicked on it, and the moment this graced my screen, I knew I had to watch it. And so Tristan and I slept for the night, and the next day we watched Supergator versus Dinocroc. Also, I don't have the footage of our reaction, but this is my review, I guess. I don't know. I recommend watching this film because there will be spoilers. This film was a fever dream. The CGI is alright. That is what I expect with a low budget film, and it's pretty neat. Now, I came in with high expectations and high hopes. The story is what your usual science fiction film is. It's labeled horror, but I don't think I got scared once. The story is like just the evil rich guy used funding to make his own creation go bad, and people die.
I read about.
We see the animals out in the wild when two couples ends up being the creature's first victim outside the facility massacre. By the way, how the hell did this guy die? It was shin deep. Is the Supergator supposed to look like this under the water? Anyway, we follow Paul Beaumont, who works for the Department of Agriculture, and he has his suspicion with Drake Industries. But first, he needs a vacation for some reason.
But not today. I've been working 2 weeks straight. I'm gonna give myself a well-earned day off.
Sheriff Charlie gets a word about the couple being dead in a waterfall by some photographer, and that information was relayed to his park ranger daughter, Cassidy. Meanwhile, Drake sends his private military to kill any survivors and hunt down the creatures. Unfortunately, that plan went sideways, and the C4 is just this thing. They just slapped a watch on it. And like, the thing isn't even connected when they... Come on. They could have just used a prop grenade. With the movie forgetting to put CGI for the Supergator, so we just have like two men standing in front of a lake and then screaming.
Taxi 1, come in.
So we meet a new character called Victoria, and she beats up a bodyguard when Drake have her hired someone more capable, and we meet the Cajun, or Logan. And they forgot to CGI whichever of these two reptiles, so we had just have him like facing the camera, and then he's like turned around and shoot the imaginary crocodile or alligator, because there was like a hiss and a splash. It's so good. It's so good. So good. Fast forward, we meet up with Paul again fishing upside down. He meets up with Cassidy, whose boat stops working. She lets him check her boat after he pat the rope onto the fence instead of tying it up. Oh, never mind. The power of editing tied it up. Paul also just apparently let his laptop open with classified information of what he is investigating. Just casually showing Cassidy. You might as well just tell her at this point, like, hey, by the way, you know, I'm investigating. So instead of being like immediately, like, she was suspicious, but instead of like questioning him directly, she enters the car with Paul, a stranger who is like doing facility, like having 3D models of a building. Like, come on. More people are dying from the Dinocroc, who is getting way unnecessary screen time. And then we see Supergator, who kills these two girls. Only one time we get to see actual gore, but it's like CGI gore, so This scene, they were literally facing the Dinocroc and they didn't see him coming. So I don't know, we just keep meeting like new characters and they get so much screen time, so you're just like, oh, so they must be important, and then they just die. Paul and Cassidy continue to flirt.
Settle for at least one. But we both know that's not what you're called now, is it? That's not.
And she finally confronts him about the thing on his laptop and who he is. Spoiler, Paul revealed that the Drake industry has been using government funding for his own personal gain. Instead of making plants go big, he's putting money onto military funding. They meet up with the last survivor of the massacre, Kimberly, who was from the first scene. She was being chased by Dinocroc, and there was a random boulder for no reason, which they just easily dodged, but they were saved by Logan. In a hospital, Kimberly reveals everything. The facility was making the plants go big until Drake changed the original research for something else. He decides to make giant crocodiles and alligator. Why?
Because they're both amphibious and they have a high immunity to human diseases. Drake hoped that their DNA could create a vaccine. A vaccine that would not only make humans immune to biological agents, but would make them stronger.
Now, I'm no scientist, but I think they're immune because they're cold-blooded. We are warm-blooded animals. Perfect breeding grounds for virus. DNA has nothing to do with being immune here. Also, why couldn't they just like zoomed out on the picture a little bit? Like, why is it so zoomed into like the mouth or something? And they called them amphibians. They're reptiles. Also, this random flashback which is repeating the whole first scene is crazy. Oh my god, it's so good. Paul recorded the confession and sent it to the FBI. Victoria came in and killed Kimberly and knocked Paul out. Paul contacted the FBI, who raided Drake's home, killing Victoria, and Drake died from a heart attack because he had a blood pressure problem. The gang needed to stop the two reptiles, and Logan said that crocodiles and alligators are like a sworn enemy. Again, I'm no expert here, but who said that? That's like the myth of like dogs and cats are like enemies, and they're like, no, they're not. Meanwhile, there's a tour group visiting the abandoned old resort where Elvis lived, and this woman just could not stop asking about wanting to see the damn room that Elvis lived in. She kept asking, like, oh, is that the room where Elvis lived in? I'm like, that woman, stop.
Ooh, what room did the king stay in? Film was a lot of fun, but where's this Elvis room you spoke about? That's great, but is that the Elvis room you told us about over there? Bob, let's go check it out.
And then Supergator arrived and attacked the tour group, and Charlie sacrificed himself, which was like completely unnecessary. Like, I didn't get it. I don't understand. Paul and Logan led the Dinocroc to a sugar factory. There was like this whole tense scene that like led to nowhere, talking about if we destroy the tunnel, then Cassidy will be trapped, but it leads to like an open field. So like, I don't get it. I thought they were going to lead them into a tunnel to fight, but like, no, it's like a literal open field with like one building in the middle of it. She got out safely, predictably, and the two reptiles finally fight. I mean, they kind of locked eyes. Like the Jurassic Park scene, you know, that Jurassic World scene where they had the Indominus Rex versus the T-Rex. I'm like, damn, that's like that scene, but like this one. Paul took the last C4, which is just a watch on a cliff. Oh my god, he took it from Logan and tossed it into the sugar factory to create a big explosions that would kill the croc and the gator. Now, I totally get this. I saw this in Red Dead Redemption 2, where they made the sugar powder in the air to be a big explosion, because it makes like big explosions. To not get hit, Paul hid inside the water trough, and the explosion kills the two creatures, killing them. Wait, I just realized this is like, see, it's a C4. Can he just like time that, throw it inside and then run out? Why does he need to like, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's alive. The end. Or is it? Because we hear baby reptile sounds, and I have no idea how those things had children, because yeah, who cares? It's over. By the way, I thought like, because they use like the growth hormones on the crocodile. How the hell did he become a dinosaur? That's like a whole evolution. Isn't that like a big step of like evolution or something? Like, I thought that like the dinosaurs come from like chickens or something. What is happening? Oh god, I just burped. Okay, I'm filming till like in the midnight, so if I'm very quiet all of a sudden, I'm so sorry. So this film, I'll be honest, I completely forgot what the fuck I just watched. And I have a very good track record of remembering a plot of a film, even Supergator. But this is a psychotic break. I have no idea how to even talk about this because I was genuinely thinking that the creators were high making this film.
How you feeling, man? I'm pretty lucky. Say what? I'm fine.
Everything is just happening. Characters were shown and they don't do anything at all to take down the ape. I don't even think, like, you know what? I guess I'll talk about some scenes. There is so many B-rolls, just so many B-rolls, and the audio is just. Is the mic just over there? When Tom was talking and then this other guy talked, which I'm sure we've never get the name of, start talking, I couldn't even hear him.
We should get out of here.
Names, by the way. And sometimes the music is just way too loud.
You're saying that's when it escaped?
Yes, sir.
Tom left the car. This dude just started groaning the whole time. I'm uncomfortable.
Fucking guy.
They sort of did the High School Musical hiding thing where the security guard could clearly see them but somehow he can't. They filmed around the lab and got attacked by the ape named Dorothy, who was given growth hormones. They had to CGI the blood on the other guy, which wouldn't have mattered because they put prop blood on him anyway, so why spend CGIing the thing? Why put like green screen blood splatter on him? Like, what's the point? There is literally no reason for us to see the guy or have this character at all survive because we will never see him again after like half of the film. We see him 3 times and that's it. He serves no other purpose after this. There is just a ridiculous amount of B-rolls in the film. There is no character arc, nothing. We just get introduced to characters and that's it. They die or they live. We do meet these 2 British guys, Charles and Trent. Charles somehow predicted the stupid fucking ape growing thing, and there was the doctor that said that Dorothy will grow 10 times her size, but Charles said she will grow about 141 times. How does he even predict or know this? There is no implication that someone leaked the information or anything. Just they figured it out. And they were like, "Oh, does the miracle know?" I don't know. I'm so fucking pissed off by this film. So Charles is like this crazy doomsday guy, and this ape thing is treated like it's Avengers level threat with the way they are talking about it.
Charles, it's happened.
This is the danger of mixing with your growth hormones. This is the end of humanity.
Acting as if she can't be shot and she's like bulletproof. I didn't know growth hormones could do that. If that was the case, how come this still happened to me? This is steep, by the way. Oh shit! Yo! Oh, this is terrifying. Charles kept bringing up that gigantism is going to spread.
She's getting bigger, but there's no reports of giganticism affecting anyone or anything else.
Yeah, but they will. You trust me. I know what's going to happen.
And then the electricity went out. And then they moved to like plan B, which is eating beans. They have this whole monologue about hating each other and being right, and it doesn't serve anything to the plot. The electricity turns out to be a fuse being blown and nothing to do with the government. Okay. The mayor hired their own version of Cajun, who pointed at some hill, and then we get more b-rolls of him going down the trail. When he finally confronts the ape, he just dies. Like, no joke, we spend all this time just to watch him die. This film. There was these two couples who does the hashtag save the ape thing, and this scene has more screen times than all the main characters. No, actually, we don't even have any main characters. The b-rolls are the main character. Anyway, the couple are just people trying to look for the ape. The back and forth to different perspective is just beautiful. They filmed on their phone. And this scene right here, when they just went silent.
Oh, pretty.
Thank you.
So perfect. They met the park ranger, and this interaction felt like The Room, except The Room feels more like a masterpiece than this shit.
You kids wouldn't be doing drugs out here, would you?
No, sir.
Not us.
We're Republicans.
Well, that's good.
Did the director just give them a prompt or something? Because they were just doing random things, like random shenanigans, just talking about things that sometimes have nothing to do with the ape. This dude is just climbing and hopping about. No, we got so frustrated. Tristan just told me to skip the scene, and I did. We skipped around until the scene where the woman just dies from a thrown branch.
Hey!
We spent almost half of the film just watching this scene. This is half of the film. I'm getting a headache from this film. Yeah. And then we follow this woman who was looking for her husband who died like this, and that made me laugh for some reason. I love how panicked he sounded when he said run.
Run.
And the way he just dies, he's just like So the woman was looking for her husband, and she got kidnapped by the ape. They literally spoiled that part of the film in the beginning. This is the beginning of the clip, by the way. More b-rolls. Suddenly the ape is in the city, being chased by the police. A whole King Kong reference with the woman still being alive. For what reason, we don't know. But she didn't survive any longer because she just got bombed by the military jet. Then we have this sequence between Trent and Charles having a stare-off, and then it suddenly cut to a man in a gorilla suit just dance. I'm so done with this film. They start killing each other, with Trent killing Charles, beating him to death whilst making monkey noises. They literally went the reject men become monkey. So anyway, this doctor leaves her lab and is killed by Dorothy, who was apparently still alive. I don't know how she didn't notice considering the loud ass screaming effect they put in the background, but yeah, she was like, and then she dies. And the movie just ends like that, and they spent like almost 30 minutes on the end credit after they gave us 3 minutes of the first beginning credit. So yeah, I feel like I'm wasting y'all's time just by explaining this film. it's beautiful. It's a beautiful film. I don't know how to tell you. This is probably the worst one I've ever seen. When I explain Mega Ape, it's not in the right order, because even if I tell you in the right order, it still would not have made sense. So I'm giving you all a rundown of that film. But anyway, you know, honestly, compared to the two, like Supergator is like insane, but at least there was like coherent storytelling there. They had a vision. Okay, they had a story. Main characters we can root for. Mega Ape.
Yeah.
Anyway, subscribe, guys. If you want to see me watching more bad films or good indie films, just recommend me in the comments. Recommend me some of the films that you guys would like me to watch. It can be, you know, a different language, or anything. I don't mind. I'm now just enjoying watching more indie films lately. I'm currently watching zombies in the West, so like cowboy zombies or whatever it's called. I'm watching that right now, so you know, maybe the next video might be about bad zombie films or good zombie films, who knows. So look for videos like that. Just subscribe, click on the notification, and yeah, peace out, stay safe. Bye.
Yeah, I just like the motion when I'm sitting in my car, driving past the speed limit, moving forward with the stars. I can see the headlights off from another car, but it never fazed me or crossed me when I'm moving. All of my problems I live inside my luggage.